Let's start this show. Steelers by the band. It's time to get that day. James, Cody, Nick, and Jill on the mic. It's about to get real. Keep it live, that's right. From Pennsylvania to across the globe. It's time for the Steelers All-Star Show.
We're here.
Welcome to the
I was waiting for
Steelers
James to say it.
live show. James didn't say it, so I am. I'm your host, Nick. This is Cody and James.
Yeah.
We're live,
here.
and the draft
We
is
are
happening
live.
for round 3.
So obviously, James, in our group chat, you mentioned Sam Roush. Obviously, he is now gone. You know, at this point, what are you boys thinking? Let me throw this up on the screen here.
You know, as the resident guy who forgot that the safety position exists, I like a lot of the safeties that are left. I mean, Jalen Kilgore is still here. My guy Kamari Ramsey's on the board. AJ Halsey's still there.
Yep.
Zakee Wheatley. We brought in Jacoby Thomas for a pre-draft visit. These are some of the top guys still left. Cody, I believe you mocked Genesis Smith to us before.
I did, correct.
So there's a lot of good safeties still left on the board. I mean, Pregnon's still there, and I think you run that pick in if he continues to slide.
Yeah. Oh, you have to. As much as I even like Jennings Dunker over him, you have to run to the podium for Pregnon.
And if the Steelers aren't as worried as the rest of the league appears to be on Jermod McCoy's knee, I mean, we didn't care too much about Peyton Wilson not having a ACL. So, I mean, if you want to take the third round shot at a guy who's hurt but is a first-round talent, that's a home run shot in the dark to me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's more pressing needs than a shot in the dark right now, though. I would lean more towards one of those guards. I think that just makes the most sense at this point. Those guys both really shouldn't still be available. I really wouldn't rule out Big Citrus either at this stage.
Yep.
Third round is the right area to start thinking about a guy like that. I can't imagine he'll make it to the fourth. Maybe
James,
he does, but
you mean you don't want to go Luke Basso, long snapper out of Oregon?
I'll pass.
Commanders just drafted a wide receiver, so
Antonio Williams.
I don't think we'll be doing another wide receiver until, well,
round
we don't have
6 probably.
We don't have that second, fourth anymore. So yeah, it's either the first, fourth, or the fifth now. I think is the next slot for wide receiver. So
and it depends to me on how high the league views guys like Jeff Caldwell, because I think he would be a great selection. I also like Kendrick Law, but we might have to get a little bit earlier on him. Somebody with return ability, I think, is going to be who we're going to target. Weegen, if we go after him too.
If we grab Weegen, I'm going to lose it. I'm like, this is going to be almost as good in my mind as when we didn't draft Cooper DeJean. Like, had I seen Cooper DeJean in a Steelers uniform, I would have lost it.
Yeah, I'd love to see Caden Weegen, but it's too early.
Yeah, way too early.
No, I'm not saying now at all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in the draft.
Yeah, just having the discussion about like when to go receiver next, just guys that we'd like.
Yeah. Antonio Williams, that makes sense. He's a good wide receiver.
Yeah. So realistically, I mean, there's how many guys we like here? How many picks until we're up again? 3, 4?
Cincy,
Bengals picked just one in.
Yeah, so we got 4 picks.
So we just need 2 or 3 of them to not go guard, and then we have a guard potentially.
Decario Davis just went to the Bungles. Dang it.
Oh,
that's upsetting.
Well, that still leaves us with a couple other guys, though. Malik Muhammad hasn't been drafted yet, and neither has Ephesians Prysock.
Yep.
So those are all guys Pittsburgh's brought in for pre-draft visits. All still real possibilities here.
Keith Abney, Arizona State is still available. I think he was mocked by Jill, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was like 5'8" or something, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the small, but he played bigger than his size. What was it the commentator said earlier? That guy's he's short. He's not small, is what he said, or something. He's small, not short. No,
I think
short,
I was watching Bleacher Report earlier, and I think Trevor gave because the NFLSE guys are on Bleacher Report for days 2 and 3, and they were saying, doing the old adage, it's not the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
good
all nice to
here.
say until you got a 5'8" corner trying to win a jump ball versus a 6'4" wide receiver.
True.
Hopefully, you just don't put him in that position. Hopefully.
You don't get a choice. The offense puts you in that position.
Yeah. Who was the guy that I keep going back and looking at our mock drafts. So James, in your mock, obviously your first one, Dylan Thienemann's gone. Jennings Dunker in round 2 is available. If we got him here, that's a steal in that aspect. Yeah. Jake Golday's gone. You already talked about Big Citrus and Ephesians Prysock. And then Markel Bell, you drafted at 135, and he's already off the board, which is crazy. Also, Sam Roush at 161, and he's off the board.
Saints just took the Georgia tight end.
Gotcha.
Oscar Delp.
Yeah, there you go.
That's good. That gives us a really good shot here with Cleveland and Miami up. Cleveland's been going all offense here other than that safety. So Cleveland traded
They can
the Giants. Sorry, they traded the Giants.
They can definitely
in front of us here.
Yeah,
they can definitely keep letting those tight ends go off the board.
Yeah, I'm still on board with the Dan Villari pick. Not gonna lie, I love watching the.
I don't want him this high though.
He's too small. I think it's a real problem if you take a tight end like that. You're going to have to take another one because if one of your top 2 tight ends go down, he's not big enough to block.
Yeah,
he's an exciting move guy, but that didn't work well last year.
All right, who's Harbaugh trying to take above us?
Right?
Yeah, kind of forget that he's over there, so he's hopping in front of us.
And we don't have a guard yet, and he knows it.
And you also know that Joe Shane is not the one running the show anymore.
Yeah.
Especially after they got
does Miami need a guard?
Miami needs
everything.
Yeah, they need everything.
That's fair.
But no, they need a wide receiver real bad.
They got a tackle already. They were the ones that also brought in Jacob Rodriguez.
Malik Willis's top receiver right now is Tutu Atwell.
Yeah, they really should go wide receiver there then.
Yeah, after getting rid of Jalen Waddle, honestly.
Holy overpay on that Waddle trade, though. I don't know what Denver was thinking.
Yeah.
This could be a Skylar Bell pick here, or Zachariah Branch. I could see.
I was about to say Branch is still there.
Do they go Chris Brazel II from Tennessee?
Yeah, because he should not develop.
That would be the Miami pick.
Oh, Malachi Fields, the pick for the Giants.
Corner? Or no, wide receiver?
Wide receiver. They're just loading up on receivers out there.
That's great. So they didn't do that to get in front of us. They did that to get in front of Miami.
Yeah.
Because Miami needs wide receivers. So that's fantastic. Because at this stage, I don't see any scenario that Pittsburgh takes another wide receiver this early.
Listen, we have said that in the past, and it has bitten us in the butt with other positions.
It would be very
insane.
stupid.
It'll make a great TikTok for tomorrow.
Yeah.
It would be so stupid because you'd have to be benching Pat Fryermuth and Darnell Washington and never playing them.
So Matt Rumsey in the comments said Drew Aller or bust.
Listen, I'm not opposed to Aller, but not
Don't
here.
worry, he laughed about it. He knows how funny it is.
Hey, Drew in the 4th or 5th, I'll be all right with it, but I don't want him in the 3rd.
I still want to – man, if Cole Payton comes in, that's my guy. That's my quarterback.
Not many quarterbacks have gone yet. We've only seen
3
so far.
How about Beck being the first pick of the 3rd?
I'm not surprised by that. A lot of people had him as QB3, him or Aller. So I kind of figured Drew Aller would be the next one off the board quarterback-wise.
Since this is kind of a draft discussion show and not really Steelers 100% centered, how you guys feel about the Simpson pick by the Rams?
I mean, if you're going to do it and get the best out of him, that's a great scenario for him. He gets to sit behind Stafford for at least a year, maybe more.
McVay was just totally against it. I mean, they're in a Super Bowl window, and you spend a premium pick to go get a guy who's not going to play for a year or two, and you just went all in going after McDuffie.
Yeah.
Yep, they must have really liked him.
Rumsey said, I like Carson Beck. Devin says no QBs. Devin, are you saying no QBs in the draft at all?
I believe that's what he
got
says.
back all their picks they traded away earlier with that.
That's crazy. Someone's playing checkers over here, and I don't think it's them.
Yeah.
Stay calm, Barkley.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
playing-
Devin has said, I'm saying don't draft a QB if I'm Pittsburgh.
I almost think they have to go wide receiver here, but they might go safety, and I don't like
The
that.
only way you don't draft a quarterback is if you know Aaron Rodgers is coming back. You don't need to rush that decision this year.
Which I think they do.
Even-
I think he's coming back, and I think they know that.
Even if he is coming back, you probably should still bring another guy in to compete.
Yeah, but you could hypothetically either wait till super late or get an undrafted guy to bring in. I think there's no way. I mean, quarterbacks that are available. Let's take a peek.
It's all of them except for Carson Beck.
Or you
No, but
trade
I'm talking
for-
who could go undrafted. I mean, Sawyer Robertson maybe.
or
Luke
you
Altmaier
just fleece the Colts for Anthony Richardson again.
again. What do you mean?
Miami's pick
We
is
fleeced
in.
him for Pittman. Why not fleece him for Richardson?
Yeah. Matt Rumsey said Mason Rudolph isn't it.
I agree.
That's exactly it. Is if they draft another QB mid round, Mason Rudolph's either probably going to get traded or cut.
Yeah.
Well, the Cardinals are looking for a quarterback.
They just drafted Carson Beck.
Yeah, well, I mean, they need experience. The guys they have for experience.
They need
Yeah,
they need a
that's
veteran in the
true.
room.
We'll just poach one of the Browns' 5 million QBs.
You want any of them? I don't.
No, but I also don't want anyone that's really in this draft terribly. I don't want to reach for a guy, and you almost feel like you have to get one.
No, I don't see any reason to reach. They're not getting drafted.
Yeah. I just feel like they're going – I feel like the guys that are going ahead of where they're supposed to be outside of Fernando.
Well, the problem is, so the draft resets. The draft, like, once you start seeing the mindset behind teams, it kind of gives you a better idea where the draft is going. Some of these guys we didn't think would be here, and some of the guys that we thought would be here are gone already, and you're kind of getting an idea of who should be going next. Like, I don't see a couple of these guys making it out of day two that we've talked about already, whether we draft them or not.
Yeah, I think it's about right as far as where they're going right now. I mean, I wouldn't have taken Ty Simpson that early, but it seemed like most people thought he was going to go first round, and then not to see another one until the beginning of the third round kind of felt right to me personally.
Lovely Facebook comment.
Don't want a Sanders Cootie infestation at QB. I wasn't thinking about Sanders. I was thinking about giving Flacco the final Infinity Stone of the AFC North.
That's fair. Oh, who's gonna fall here? Pick is in. They
Yeah,
already
they
got
go
a
ahead and
corner.
announce it. They're taking their sweet time announcing this one.
Yeah, this one they must be going too quick for the television
Yeah.
contract.
They
gotta
got to
slow
get
down
all
a
the
little bit.
commercials in, man.
Literally, that's literally what it is.
Wide receiver, Texas Tech, Caleb Douglas.
Whew. Wide receiver off the board. So both guards are available for Pittsburgh. That
Pregnon.
Caleb Douglas.
Yeah,
Craig
that
Dunn.
big citrus available as well.
Yeah, I'm in the Cody camp. I want Pregnon.
Also means that any of the available safeties are all still on the board too.
Yep.
And a couple of corners that we've brought in for pre-draft visits too. So I think this is real wide open. I'll be ecstatic with Pregnon. I'll be ecstatic with Dunker.
I will not be upset at safety or corner, but I would prefer Pregnon. I think we can still get one of the corners that we want with the next pick, and with how many safeties are left, I think we can still grab one of those later in the round too.
There's a
AJ
lot of
Halsey.
safety need.
AJ Halsey would be a steal here. He was supposed to be gone in the second round. That's one heck of a safety prospect. A lot of people had him as safety 4 in this class. So
And
him,
McCoy continues to fall.
yeah.
Rumsey said Nick because that went so well with Rodgers, and then I mean it definitely would be a Steelers thing to do. Though.
Listen, if we need to tank, not totally tank for a year, but if we need to just like get a premium pick for next year and get the guy, and then we have all these other pieces already around it, I'm not terribly
You
mad.
just need to trade for the Jets first rounder if they have it, and we'll be fine.
The pick is in for the Steelers. Here we go.
So they went in right away, which means they really wanted whoever this is. So
Mhm.
you
Please
gotta
be
feel
pregnant.
good.
Come on,
Please be
Pregnon.
pregnant.
Yeah, we got to feel good
As-
about the fact that they really love whoever this is, and they're ecstatic that they fell.
As much as I want some of the guys that I draft or mocked to get drafted, I want to
I
see
will
us
wave this
get
turbo
talent.
towel so hard if it's Pregnon. I
Pittsburgh's
might
pick,
break things in my office.
Aaron Rodgers.
Who's
Joe
announcing
said
this one?
Aaron Rodgers that we picked.
Oh, okay. Aaron comes out to announce it. That'd be hysterical.
Yeah, he announces it himself.
It would be amazing if for the Steelers' last pick, he comes out and he's like, "I am coming back. Also, I'm throwing to this guy. I'm throwing to Caden Weegan."
Oh, it's clearing out in there. Look at that.
All right,
It
Joey.
wasn't that empty last night. I'll tell you that much.
Tell us, Joey.
Not yet.
They're playing Renegade again.
Yep. Every pick.
Are they doing it every pick?
Yep.
Look, they got Joey Jr. and Joey Sr. up there.
Oh,
Nice.
jeez.
I knew they were both going to announce, but
That means they're drafting the Youngstown because of
Watch
the
it be
family.
Jermod McCoy.
Denver.
I mean, is this foreshadowing? Because they have 4 different guys there to do picks. If you've got 2 defensive players, is this telling us that
Drew
this is gonna
Aller.
be defensive
Drew
pick?
Aller.
No shot.
Drew
Yeah.
Aller.
Growler. Penn
Oh
State.
my gosh. Oh
There
my
it is.
gosh.
Holy
There it is.
reach.
It depends on who you talk to. A lot of people had him as QB3 and thought he would go in the 3rd round.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
I just don't have him there. I mean, I liked what I saw of him, but he never really developed into what you wanted him to be, and then he got
I
hurt.
hate everything about that.
So this is way too early. You have more 3rd round picks.
Oh, I hate everything about that.
I'm not a fan of this pick. I'm glad they are. So whatever they see, I hope works out, and hopefully McCarthy does the QB whisperer thing that apparently he's known to do. But I do not like this pick here. I mocked Aller, so I'll take the point, but I'm not happy about taking the point.
No, there's two. Unless they think Green Bay, Indianapolis, Atlanta, Baltimore, Jacksonville, Minnesota, Carolina, Tampa Bay are not getting a guard, you needed the guard position here.
Yep.
You needed to.
Well,
Tampa Bay just traded to Green Bay. Here goes Pregnon.
my guess is they're looking at Indy thinking they probably would have taken Aller if they didn't get him here. Because Indy's in a real bad spot at their quarterback position. The plus side here with Aller is that he had really, really crappy coaching at Penn State. They had an awful offensive scheme. They had horrible wide receiver play and some offensive linemen that outside of Vega really couldn't block to save their lives. So dude was running for his life all the time. There was some serious erratic issues going on there, but the consistency around him was just absolute trash. So when you look at it from a size, strength perspective, they didn't have very many turnovers the last couple of years on a crappy team. So there is a lot of potential in a kid like this, and he's the size and strength of exactly what they were talking about wanting.
Jill is using
he's
some words she
far.
does not use in the classroom in her
I'm just telling her
in
to
our
chat.
chat.
Yeah, he's far from a finished product, but in the 3rd round, you don't expect somebody to be a finished product either. And he's way more athletic than you would think he is. Honestly, he made a big change in his physical appearance and his ability to scramble from 23 to 24. He was way quicker.
Oh no.
Our parents are Brown season ticket holders. Hey, at least they get to go watch their son hand it to them, apparently.
Yep. That's going to be an interesting time.
All
So
of my-
realistically here, in my mind, I don't want to see us leave without a defensive tackle this round. Due to the age of Cam Hayward. That is my main reason. The cornerback room is much younger. The safety room, maybe you could argue a safety. I think safety D tackle the next 2 picks.
Or corner. I think corner's still
But
a position
the
to me.
cornerback room is drastically younger in my mind than the safety room, right?
Yeah, I mean, the
Yeah.
safety room, though, I mean, you're looking at Deshaun Elliott, who's not super old. He's not in the 30s yet. And Brisker's only 25.
Have we signed Savage yet?
No,
No.
he's still not officially on the team. So really the only old head in the room is Jalen Ramsey.
Chris McClellan. Dang.
Everybody else is gone.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
I
McClellan
liked him.
going.
I'm okay with
I
it
don't
too.
dislike him, but I like Citrus better, and I am also still high on Jackson.
I like, yeah. I like Xavier Harris better than him.
The man has hops.
Olin, Kellen.
Okay.
But no, I think the safety position still has enough depth that I am okay with. I still think
Hey.
Aller's a reach here. I don't like the. I mean, I know
Stop
you wanted
it.
to get a quarterback in this draft, but I don't think the value of the first pick we had in the third round makes sense there. I mean,
It makes sense when you process what James said of Indianapolis grabbing him. If that's the guy you wanted, you go get him. That's the mentality that makes sense.
I
But
understand
it doesn't make
that,
sense
but
to us because we didn't want him.
well, right, but like I get that, but I feel like there are other viable options like Taylon Green you could have gotten later, and he has more athletic ability than Aller, and you didn't have the injury history. Yeah, he has to develop as a passer. Cole Payton's still on the. Let me just look at the
Oh, I
quarterback real
know.
quick.
I was the big Cole Payton fan. I get it.
Well, I wasn't far behind you on that, and he's ranked far lower. Like they've got Joey Aguilar ranked higher than Cole Payton on the NFL big board. So, like, I mean, I just don't agree at all with the value of the pick. And obviously, I'm not in the front office, and I hope Aller proves me wrong. I love Aller. I love the kid. I just think you could have gotten him later, or a prospect with similar value at a better value of a pick.
I just realized I said D tackle and safety, but we still got to get a freaking guard.
I really, really hope that this is one of those moments where it's like the Chiefs fans booing the Patrick Mahomes pick, and I'm raging over the Drew Aller pick. Like I hope that's the case. I
He
just
leads
don't
us
see
to
that
6
happen.
Super Bowls. He Tom Brady's it.
Hey, listen,
Yeah,
if
I
that
would-
happens, I'm all about it.
Well, whether anybody likes it or not, Will Howard's got real serious competition now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the rivalry in between the OSU and Penn State is going to be
Uh-huh.
fun.
Yep, these two played against each other a lot over the years, so that's fun.
Well, Howard only came to Ohio State later. He was at what, Kent State or Kansas State before that?
I think it was.
Kansas State.
I don't know.
So it wouldn't have been as much as originally.
So just the 1 year then.
Yeah. And Aller was
I mean,
hurt for
that's
a while
that's
too,
like
but-
a rivalry like Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Like you play that game once, you now know what it's like. So I mean,
Yeah.
even if you played it once, it's a big thing. He was
Chris
so
McCollum is a big
when I
individual.
talked to him, when I talked to Will Howard yesterday, you know, the first thing I said to him when I was getting an autograph, I was like, "Hey man, like I appreciate and admire your professionalism with all the air and stuff, and not knowing if he's come back." He's like, "Yeah, man, if he comes back, that's awesome. If not, you know, I'm ready to go do whatever they want." And I said, "Well, no matter what, man, like I'm excited to see your career in the black and gold." I said, "Don't go running off like Kenny did." And he kind of giggled. He's like, "Nah, I'm not going anywhere."
And then you
That's
said,
funny.
"Come be a guest on my Steelers podcast and give him a
No,
card."
they
right?
rushed, dude. I felt bad for him. So the people that were volunteering or whatever it was. Oh, look, that's the draft. That's where I got my playing card. It's actually pretty cool. But the people that were like volunteering there or working, were just like random people. Like the one girl said she worked at 84 Lumber, and her boss was like, "Hey, they're taking people. Go get free lunch and get to see some of the stuff." And unfortunately, there was this really awkward guy trying to get a picture with Howard, and everyone told him no pictures. And he went up behind the podium or the stage and started like putting his hand around him and stuff. And Will was like, "Help."
I'm calling this Taylon Green. I'm calling it
You think?
No.
Anthony
That'd be
Richardson 2.0.
Yeah, that'd be a
No.
horrific mistake for them.
It's going to be a quarterback potentially, maybe.
Cody did this. He got himself a playing card.
You had to actually do stuff for it to tell you where you were going. I got first rounder. Kesley got steal of the draft. Her speed was very, very low. It was like 56%. Pat McAfee on
McAfee's
stage.
hilarious.
Is he going to do magic right now? Oh my gosh.
He just did, yeah. And he also claimed the Colts are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Mason Panning.
Arch Manning, a year ahead.
They draft a punter?
They should.
Oh boy. See if he's getting tuned up behind the scenes or not. We'll be able to figure it out pretty quick.
AJ Halsey.
That's
he
good.
said he just said bum ass.
Yeah, AJ.
AJ
So there goes
Halsey.
one of the safeties that we were hoping for.
That was the best one still available.
Yeah. That's probably the best safety they've had since Bob Sanders. Like as far as a draft, correct?
Yeah, I mean they did draft Nick Cross 4 years ago, but they let him go when his rookie deal ran out. So
See you at the Super Bowl, bums. Oh man.
he's having too much fun with this.
His setup there was pretty cool. Who is Bob Sanders? Oh my gosh. That's the comment from Facebook. Is
Matt,
who is
you're
Bob
not from
Sanders?
Erie, are you?
He is from Erie. That's the unfortunate part.
Oh
He's
no.
grandson
There's
of
no way.
No, he's from like Meadville area, I should say.
He might be trolling.
I'm hoping.
Tell him
Is he really young? Because that could be it too.
No, he's not. Well, he's not really old.
Listen, I'm not that old. I know who Sanders
Matt
is.
Rumsey. I'm not gonna out him right now on social media. I'm not gonna do that.
I think you just did.
No, I didn't. I could have said it. He said I'm kidding. OMF because he couldn't figure out where the
See?
G was. Typical. All right.
Halsey, that was the best safety by a mile that was left.
Hey, my
He's
guy's still
been
there
in
though,
bed.
in Kamari Ramsey.
Good night, Devin.
Yeah, Ramsey's not bad. Weekly, that's
Zachariah Branch, staying in Georgia.
Yep. Wide receiver.
Now he just has to drive like he's from
That's
Georgia.
a good fit. That's a good fit for Atlanta, character-wise.
It's very true, Matt. It's very true.
Who was the one who just got into a driving incident? Is that him?
Yep.
No,
No.
he was
No,
a
he got-
sidewalk incident.
It's a sidewalk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Had he not been arrested like 4 days ago, he might have been drafted a little bit earlier.
They said he's celebrating his hometown. And he's got the most deadpan expression I've ever seen in my entire life. And now he stood up and flexed.
Oh man, that 4.35 killer, absolute killer over here.
Yeah. So was the 4.33 from Calvin Austin.
Yeah.
It looks like his brother's taller than him. I wonder if he's younger because they said he transferred with his brother. So his
Yeah.
brother
I
must
can't
be a
believe
future prospect.
I still can't believe Stribling went first in the second round. That blows my mind.
The Niners must have really liked him. I mean, hey, I didn't dislike the kid. I drafted him to us, but I didn't think he'd be that early of a pick.
No. Sidewalk incident. Do you know about this, Matt Rumsey? Did you hear? Did you listen to our
every time-
podcast?
Every time I have to look at Vega Ione to the Ravens, I die inside a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
That's how I felt when Browns drafted Emmanuel McNeil Warren.
So we're probably just going to have to poach him from the Ravens when his rookie deal is up, like we do with Patrick Queen.
Well, I mean, if they don't pay their interior guys, then he'll be available in 4 years.
I mean, hey, they let Linderbaum go.
Yeah,
True.
that was probably a good move, though, because he was drastically overrated.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, I didn't hear it. Okay, James, you got more details on the sidewalk incident. Do you want to share?
What I can tell you from what I recall of it, it sounded like
Ravens
to
player.
me a giant pissing match
Former.
between him and a police officer, where the police officer told him to move from where he was at on a sidewalk, and he refused to do so. And the cop doubled down, and then he doubled down, and then he
Wide
decided
receiver,
to
USC.
arrest him for not listening to a police officer.
Yeah.
So it was really, really stupid.
Jacoby Lane to the Ravens. He's got drop
was-
problems.
There was absolutely no reason for it to be an incident.
Jacoby Lane to the Ravens. He's got hand issues.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Oh boy, this scumbag.
Wasn't it Ray Rice who had like a foot issue, if I'm not mistaken? He did something he shouldn't have with that foot.
He had a hand issue. He could. Yeah, he couldn't. That was the league's #1 female kicker, right?
Yeah, well,
Rumsey's
all
the
these women
shocker.
keep saying we want representation in the league, but I mean, he was there, so
Yeah.
Jeez. It's getting rough over here, guys.
it literally.
Stop! No.
You set me up way too easily for that one.
I'm so sorry.
You have done that yourself.
Yeah, I know. All right, so a lot of safeties still on the board, a lot of corners. Both guards are still here. You have to
Pregnon and
imagine
Ramsey, man.
if a
Those are
guard's
my-
here, they got to get him.
My wish list is Pregnon and Ramsey.
Rumsey said that just tells me he has an issue with authority. Which, yes and no.
It kind of sounded like
The cop was being a turd.
both of them were.
Two hotheads crossing
Nobody
paths.
gets a free pass from me on that one because if the kid's standing on the sidewalk, do you really need to yell at him to move from where he's at? What's he really doing wrong if he's just standing on a sidewalk? But on the flip side, if you're a college prospect and you're a couple of days away from the NFL draft and you're going pro and a cop is getting aggressive with you, you might want to just listen to him and get yourself the heck out of that situation.
Yep.
So I think both of them were real stubborn in the situation and both are at fault.
Drew Aller just talked nicely about a Browns player on my screen.
I hope he goes away now. Ay, that's going to be an interesting one. I lost my feed for the draft. Where to go?
Uh-oh. Oh, we got
Okay,
a
we'll
Jaguar.
keep you posted. Jags
Yeah.
pick is in. Yep.
Yep, I got it.
Albert
I got it. I got it now.
Albert Regis. There goes my guy.
Oh, yeah.
D
I'm
tackle,
glad.
Texas A&M.
That's that midget, right? He was like 6'1", 290 pounds.
He was a little on the smaller side.
4'11".
Yeah. He had like 27-inch arms.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, I liked the work ethic.
You just go between people's legs.
That's not how that works.
Why
That's
not?
exactly how that works.
Hey. Don't be
Throw him
rude.
over the line, okay? Do you remember the guy that tried to do that in college? He actually
Yes.
like,
He tried to dive under and get it. Wasn't it a direct like they tried to clock it and he tried to grab it underneath the legs?
No,
Yeah.
no, there was a different one. He like recruited vertically
Oh,
challenged
first-
individuals to literally try to throw him over the line.
Jeez. Matt Rumsey reminding us that dwarfism is a real thing, in case you didn't know.
Is indeed.
Oh, look who we have here. We're gonna mute her, but Jill is here.
We've got Pittsburgh Goddard crashing out over Drew Aller over here.
I would not be afraid of.
It's okay. I'm crashing out with her. Cody muted you because it's loud.
Oh, she's gone. I was gonna unmute her and she's gone now.
She's like, bye.
Oh man. There's so many people here. 3 more picks. This is so interesting.
All right, there's 3 guys I'd love. So
Emmanuel Pregnon and Big Citrus are my 2.
I would love either of those. I'm throwing Ramsey in that mix though.
That's fine.
Jennings.
I would
Dunker,
take
the third one for me.
who?
Jennings Dunker.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like Dunker. I just don't know if he can make the transition over to. I mean, I'm sure he can, but I hate moving guys from their natural positions.
I mean, it's worked out really, really poorly for Troy Fautanu and for the right guard so far. So I get it.
It's
Rumsey, I
just,
think
and then
you're
I mean, it's we've had a history of that of
No,
it working
I'm-
out poorly.
I'm joking around because both
I
of them
know.
are doing really well.
I know. I'm thinking of the history before that of where it was not that scenario. I mean, cool too. I mean, yeah, 2 that worked out very, very well. But then
Mhm.
also like Kendrick Green was a massive failure. Broderick Jones, massive failure.
I mean, Kendrick Green was just a bad football player in college. That was just a bad evaluation.
Yeah,
If
but
you
then he
don't-
went to Texans and did all right.
Yeah, he was shitty there too, man.
Mhm.
He had like 2 decent games where nobody went at him, and then they benched him and cut him.
I didn't realize that. I thought he did. I must have just seen those 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a couple of okay games, and then people just started going at him, and he started getting pancaked just like he always had been.
Okay.
Dotson's the only one that really left and went to a different position and was successful. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just so common. Like guys always switch positions in the NFL,
Okay.
especially on the offensive line. Like it's almost like a rite of passage where guys start at right tackle and then as they develop, they move to left tackle. Like
Okay.
it is an extremely common thing.
I see we got 4 people in here. One of them is probably Matt Rumsey. If you guys are watching, let us know where you're watching from and who you want Pittsburgh to draft.
And
next
this is
in the
why
draft,
we
in my
have
opinion.
James here to educate me in my silly ways.
Like if you remember Marvell Smith was on the Super Bowl winning teams in 40 and 43. He started his career as a right tackle and then moved to left. More recently than that, Max Starks. Max was a right tackle. Max moved over to the left and then finished his career as a left tackle.
Okay.
So it's happened a lot for Pittsburgh, and just in the league in general. Like we're seeing it in Detroit now. Penei Sewell has been an All-Pro right tackle. They're moving him to left tackle. It's a really common thing,
That makes
and
sense.
not everybody can do it. So it is something to be concerned about. There is always a possibility that a guy switches from one side to the other, and it doesn't.
There goes
work.
Big
Dominic
Citrus
Orange.
to the Vikings.
Dang it.
Dang. That's a good pick. They lost like 2 starting D tackles, so.
Yeah, and they just drafted 2.
Tim's out there trolling the Ravens fans.
Dang it.
Oh, well, the guards are still there.
Oh, here we go. Jennifer checking in from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Welcome in, Wisconsin.
Glad to have you, Jennifer.
Awesome.
Jennifer, who do you want here? We've been talking enough about who we want, but who would you like to see the Steelers take?
Sheboygan.
How about the edge rusher from Wisconsin, Mason Reiger?
Yeah, really. That was a mock draft.
It'd be a little early for him, but I'd love to have him.
That was a mock
No.
draft.
who are you trading away for that from the edge rusher room there, James?
I think I'm all right with 5 of them since they've been marching bums out there to play special
True.
teams like Jeremiah Moon.
True.
Oh, man. That sucks. I was excited to potentially get Orange.
Yeah, big citrus.
Jackson's still there. Corleone's still there too, right?
Corleone is still
Yep.
there. So is my my guy, Xavier Harris. I would love to get Xavier Harris.
I don't hate. I wouldn't hate if we don't get DT in the next couple picks because, like, if we go Pregnon and then a safety, I wouldn't hate a later pick on either Durant or Halton either.
Yeah, you got to feel like it's probably a little bit more important to get the guard in the safety than it is the extra defensive lineman at this point because you can always address that higher in the draft next year.
Yeah.
Especially if you're looking for it to be somebody to replace Cam Hayward in the lineup. You know, it's a much
There
less
goes Brazel.
Yeah, it's a much less likely scenario that a 3rd or 4th round guy is going to develop into a really good starter.
Brazel to the Tennessee, or from Tennessee to the Carolina Panthers.
That's good. That means one of the 2 guards will be available for sure.
Yeah. Jennifer, if you're still here, where'd you find us at? Was it just on YouTube or did you find us somewhere else first? Social media wise.
Online.
We're happy to have you here.
Good answer, good answer.
Cece's getting up close and personal with Joe right now.
Oh, Jennifer's saying safety for her. She wants us to
Safety?
see. She wants to see us get a
All right.
safety.
I like the way you think, Jennifer.
Yep,
Zaki Wheatley.
it's a
And she found us on
fantastic
YouTube.
safety class. Found us on YouTube. Awesome.
Glad to have you.
I'm gonna create a alternate version of YouTube and call it MyTube. And start posting videos on there.
Sounds
Good luck
selfish.
with that. That's on brand, though.
It is.
Oh,
It is.
I love Raz and Cody. If you couldn't tell, Jennifer.
Most people do.
Buccaneers pick is in, which means we're on the clock.
That was nice and quick.
Yep, and I can
Don't-
already see our
don't-
other
don't
pick.
take
I
our
can already
guard.
see our other pick at the bottom of the screen. So this
Don't
is great.
take our guard.
Imagine.
I would not be shocked.
No, I wouldn't be either.
Not
I mean,
the
there's
way
two.
that.
There's the good news is there's two, so we're fine.
Are you
yeah.
looking ahead at the picks, Cody?
No, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm looking ahead?
Yeah, it just switched over on mine as far as the ticker, Nick.
I thought he was like looking at the rounds and it was ahead on the website or something.
No.
The good. I agree with you. The good news is there's two, but the way I've been seeing Trevor draft, he seems to be really plugged in. I mean, he called several of the picks today on the Bleacher Report stream, which I was watching before I switched over to the actual broadcast.
So Pregnon's still here.
In Tampa, at least we know they've got one good guard because they've got Cody Mock there. I
Yeah,
don't know about the other guard position.
I'm still sad that they got him. I wanted him to go to the Steelers so bad.
Yeah.
He was the redneck of that draft. Dunker's the
Uh-huh.
redneck of this one. Please don't take Dunker from us.
I know.
There's
So
something
throw
about a
Pregnon,
country
one
boy
more.
playing that
One
offensive
more.
line. Zach Frazier knows all about it.
One of the two. I really do want guard here very badly.
Yeah, there's enough corners on the board still that I'm not concerned about it. Like James said, you could focus on D tackle next year if you have to. And then the
Protect
safety room
whoever's
as well.
protect whoever you're going to be trotting out there at quarterback.
Matt Rumsey says, "Watch Pittsburgh take a fullback or something." There's only-
I mean, to be fair, there's one I want them to take.
there is.
Riley Nowakowski. He's
Who's technically
somebody
a
I
tight
think
No,
we-
Matt, we've been over this. They're taking Luke Basso, the long snapper from Oregon.
Jeez. I saw a rumor somewhere that we're getting cheerleaders, and I really hope that's not true.
I doubt it.
I like our.
I feel like I heard that too, but if they do get the cheerleaders, they better keep the steel line.
Yes, I want this. That's what I was saying. The drum line.
If they get cheerleaders, they should call them the Yinzers.
The Yins hers.
Yinzers.
Yeah, there we go.
That would be fantastic.
The Yins hers.
And then all their cheers have to be in Pittsburgh Breeze.
Instead of pom poms, they'll have slaw.
They gotta yell first down.
First down!
Was Takario? Oh, here we go. The
Corey
Yinzets.
Davis went, yeah.
The Yinzets.
Yins, I like
The
it.
Yinzets. That's fantastic.
Oh, that's funny. All right, here we go. Come
What
on,
were you saying
Pregnon.
about Sicario, Cody?
Was Takario rated lower than Ephesians, or am I mistaken?
No, he already
No.
went.
He was,
Oh,
he
I
was-
know
he
that.
was-
I just didn't know if he was
Ephesians-
rated lower or not.
He
No.
was rated higher, yeah.
Prysock
Okay.
has been sliding in people's big boards recently.
Well, we're going to see what happens here. The pick is in. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then we are
Browns to the trade.
Who?
Did the Browns just
Yeah.
traded?
Yep,
It's
they,
not
In
letting
front of
them
us?
trade.
nope.
No, they're behind us.
They can't
Okay.
trade in front of us. It's the Buccaneers and then us. They're trading with the Rams or the Chargers.
Browns are moving a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Only to crush those kids' dreams when they end up sucking in Cleveland.
Not all of them suck in Cleveland. Cleveland just sucks in general.
Ed Hurst, wide receiver, Georgia State.
There's your guy, Nick.
Ted Hurst, that was a good pick for
Okay,
them.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
That kind of he's size comparison to Mike Evans, right? He's bigger.
6'3", 7/8".
Okay, I think Mike Evans was 6'4".
Huge difference there.
Depends on who you're talking to. 1 inch can be a lot.
Inappropriate coach.
It's an eighth of an inch.
Oh,
Don't mind Cody. He's bad at math.
I noticed.
4'4", 240, 206 pounds.
Jeez.
That's why I mocked him to us in my first mock, but I'm okay with Bernard by all stretches of the imagination, so I'm fine with Hurst going to Tampa Bay. We don't have to see him all the time.
Yeah, it's worse when you mock somebody and one of the teams in our division draft him and you got to go up against them and watch them.
Yeah.
Like the Browns taking McNeil Warren and then the Bengals taking Takario Davis. James's
Yeah.
nightmare is happening right now.
I got a co-star here apparently. She
The
wants
best
to
co-star.
be little squeak.
All right, here we go, Pittsburgh. You guys could look excited to be there. Just saying.
Drop it in the chat. Who's your pick?
I mean, after the Drew Aller pick, I don't know that I would be.
That's fair.
Cam
There we
Hayward,
go.
let's go. It's going to be a D tackle.
He announces his replacement.
Daryl Jackson Jr. If that's the pick, I'm going to leave for a minute just to collect
I'm
myself.
so ready for this.
Come on, make me wave my towel.
Come on, get Pregnon.
Craig
Or Dunker. I'd still be okay with Dunker.
Dalen Everett.
Everett, cornerback from Georgia. Interesting. Very interesting pick.
A corner
6'1", 196 pounds.
I mean, he runs a 4.38 40, but I just don't know.
How are they not addressing guard right now?
They must feel confident that they're going to get somebody later.
I mean,
crazy.
I'm hoping that they know a lot more than we do, but I will be right back.
Jeez. That's crazy. Not the way I thought they were going to go.
Who was the pick?
Darren Everett.
Dalen Everett.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know his name.
Dalen Everett.
They got
So at the combine, James, for your reference.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. I got
Did
it.
you? 4.38, 40, no bench.
No, but let's be realistic. Just because this isn't somebody we're real familiar with doesn't mean it's a bad pick. When you're looking at the size on the kid here, he weighed in at 6'1" and 2/8, so 6'1" and 1/4, 196 pounds, 31 7/8 inch on his arm length, so that's very good length. A 4.38 40-yard dash is a very, very fast time. 1.5, 110-yard split is really good acceleration off the line. 37-inch vertical, a 10.4 broad jump. So this is a very athletic kid.
yeah, they're saying he's a good bounty. So.
3 interceptions and 2 forced fumbles in his
He
career.
did 20 reps on the bench. I don't know if you saw that or not.
20 reps on the bench.
At his pro day, yeah.
That's fantastic. If this kid can play nickel, this is a home run pick. And I would say physically, if he can put up 20 reps on the bench, he can definitely handle playing against the run. So,
Yeah. Rumsey said when he said fullback earlier, he meant cornerback.
Austin
It's only
Barber.
5 pounds. It don't count.
225.
Austin
Yeah.
Barber.
Austin Barber. That's who the Browns took?
Yep, for Florida. Offensive tackle.
Okay. Yeah, good for them.
Interesting. They must have thought Miami or Jacksonville were going for tackle, I guess.
I mean, Miami needs O-line help real bad, so I could see
Didn't
that.
they already draft a tackle?
Yeah, but you need 2 of them.
I know.
I don't think they have any, so.
Oh, I clicked Pittsburgh. Instead of Miami.
All right, I got to run for a little bit, but I'll be back before the next one.
All right, sounds good. We're going to go ahead and slide over. Nope, that's not what I want. this one and take a look here. I can't do that, but I can do that. All right. So obviously, Pittsburgh still needs to address the guard position. They still need to address the safety position. I'm 2 for 2, Cody. Showing for a guy that doesn't know what he's talking about. You're not 2 for 2. You're technically 1 for a lot because you got the Aller thing, which is still crazy to me. The Drew Aller pick is crazy. The Dolphins pick is in. We need Pittsburgh to get a guard here before it's over, unless they're going to go super late, which is just crazy in my opinion. Dolphins got the tight end, the Ohio State tight end, Will Kaczmarek. Interesting. Will Kaczmarek. 1 for 1.5. Yeah, there you go. Give me that typo. Give me that typo. I'll take it all day. Interesting pick here. Tight end for the. Do they still have Gesicki? They have to still have Gesicki, right? This is either a guy to take over or. No, Gesicki's been gone. Am I dumb? Don't answer that, Matt. I'm telling you they're going to do that. They're going to do what? Matt, they're going to do what? Jaguars on the clock now. And their pick is in. We're rolling through this last round. I love this. We are rolling. Oh, the Fatanu thing? You think they're going to put him to guard? I need you to clarify this for me one more time. You think they're going to move Troy Fatanu to left guard and have Broderick? Interesting. Broderick and Max be the starting tackles. That's an interesting take. That is a very interesting take. Vikings have 2 back-to-back picks. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something with those. Jaguars are on the clock now. Or actually, excuse me, the pick is in for the Jaguars. Let's do this one. Either that or they move Broderick to guard. They're not. Broderick's not going to guard. I can promise you that. I think they might go safety here. I bet they do either one of those. It's an interesting take. At least try it. It's fair. That is fair. Can I move you up here? No, I cannot. That's okay. But you picked it up. Nope, we're going back over the side. Yeah. So Jaguars need linebacker edge. So there's safety. It's a lot of safety need. Vikings having 2 picks ahead of us is concerned. There's going to be at least 2 safeties going between us and between now and when we're up. I'm guessing 2 safeties go. And I'm guessing it's Zakee Wheatley and probably probably Kilgore. I knew there was no one up here. So Kilgore and Wheatley probably going to go off the board here. I'm just Yinzer enough. It might work. It's just not I'm. Gotcha. I guess it could.
All right, what we got? What I missed?
We got a lot of things happening right now. AKA a whole lot of nothing. No, they've been on a commercial break for a hot minute now.
All right. Trying to get reconfigured.
Oh,
here.
Pregnon to the Jags.
Gosh darn it.
Okay, so Pregnon's off the board.
Well,
That's
Dunker's
great.
still there though, right?
Dunker is, but the chance of Dunker not going between now and then is I mean, Vikings need O-line, Patriots need O-line, Rams need O-line, Raiders need O-line, Niners need O-line.
Do the Raiders still need it?
Probably. Pregnon
Probably
is no
doesn't
longer
sound
on the
very
block.
convincing.
I murdered his last name. Gone. Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. So the Bears are on the clock now. That's so upsetting that Emmanuel's gone.
Why doesn't it show me who they picked is what I would really like to see.
Oh, you can go in teams and then just click on them. It shows you. So here I can do it. So teams,
Teams.
and then if you go to Jags, which is Jacksonville. So they've drafted tight end, D-line, and guard now. Raiders are up next, right, on the clock? Chicago.
I'm trying to get there.
Chicago's
Let's
drafted
do
a
this.
safety and a
We're
center
gonna
so
go
far,
rounds.
and a tight end.
3rd round.
San Fran 49ers. I've drafted a wide receiver and an edge, which is concerning. Las Vegas Raiders. Safety and edge after the quarterback. Oh, that's not the Raiders. That's the Rams. That's the Chargers. That's the Rams.
Cowboys apparently
Slipped
also
that
need
before
a line.
pick by 5 seconds. Interesting.
Apparently everybody in front of us needs a line.
Yep. Yeah, Jennings Dunker probably going to be gone, in all honesty.
Well, it depends. How many of those O-line needs are tackle? Because it just says O-line. It doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't specify, but Xavion Harris, wide receiver to the Bears. How many?
Xavier Thomas.
Thomas. Sorry, what did I say? Harris, not the.
Yeah, that's your
the
guy.
tackle.
You're
Yeah.
just so Cody pilled.
I am. Which we're not. We still could get D tackle here, but I don't know why. Guard and
James was
safety in my
saying-
mind are more important.
Right, like James was saying, you don't feel like the replacement for Cam Hayward is as big of an issue this year as it should be next year.
No,
I mean-
but James and I have also talked multiple times, and it's like you can't draft for the need when it's there. You got to draft for the need a year or two ahead, so that when the need is there, that it's ready.
I agree.
But right now, we're drafting for the needs that are actually here right now, which is unfortunate.
Right. And you would
Outside
have
of the
thought that they
cornerback
would
room,
have
that's
addressed it a little
questionable.
bit earlier. Well,
Yeah,
if
the
you
cornerback
address
room's
it,
questionable.
like if you address it earlier though, then you don't have to work. Like then you can take those 3rd round shots, 4th round shots at the guys that are more of a hey, this may or may not work out, but if it does, then we don't have to worry about it next year kind of guy.
Yep.
So it just feels like you should have addressed certain other positions first.
Or in free agency that we haven't seen. We didn't. It's not like we brought in a big name D tackle or a big name safety. We brought in a bunch of safeties that are kind of potentially aging out of their primes, or not even in their. Maybe they never reached their prime. Or
You
their
feel like
prime was-
that? You feel that way about Brisker?
Let me tell you here in just a second.
Kalen Black, that was one of James's guys he was potentially interested in.
Yeah. So realistically here, Jaquan Brisker, which was back in what year did he get drafted? 2022. Let's see here. What's been the best thing he's done so far in the league as far as a production standpoint? So injured, I'm guessing in 2024. Last year he's had one interception every year. So that's it. He had 8 pass breakups last year, no forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries, no 1 sack. His rookie year, he had 4 sacks. I don't know. I just don't see a lot of production from him. I mean,
Yeah.
93 tackles is nice, but I hate when your safeties have. Listen, I want my safety to have 80 tackles or more. I bet Dunk is ours somehow. They've got to take guard next. That's more of a need than safety in my eyes. We all agree. We all agree here with that statement. So,
Come on, Dunker. Continue to slide to the Steelers because Pregnon just went. I'm honestly shocked Skylar Bell is still there. Not that we want another receiver here. We don't.
That's more of a need than safety in my eyes. I agree. The
I
safety
agree.
room, what we've seen in the past, turns into a rotation. The safety room turns into 3 guys kind of bouncing in and out depending on scenarios, and that's fine by me. I think the safety room is a comfortable room to have that. You don't see guards sliding in and out. I think we need to take our guard right now.
I agree.
Unless Dunker gets taken, then I don't know what we do. Because if Dunker gets taken, do you go linebacker and grab Kyle Lewis? I'm not huge on him, but I know you were.
I'm also not out on Jalen Farmer. He's 6'4", 7 7/8 inches, 312 pounds, 34 1/4 inch arms, 9 1/4 inch hands, 82 5/8 wingspan. Apparently pretty athletic too. He was a right guard, but if we're okay with pushing him to the left, that could be a guy that you take
Yeah.
late third.
Yeah. Or do you go tight end here and bring in Eli Raridon from Notre Dame? Who knows?
And do you
Who
think
knows what the Steelers will do?
You also have to factor in they brought in Bo Stevens for a pre-draft visit, so maybe they're comfortable with taking him later.
True.
6'5.5", 315, 31 1/8 inch arms, 9 1/4 hands. He looks to be more of a center prospect to me with how short those arms are. But
This is going to be an interesting time.
was it Stevens that we brought in, or was it Billy Scarew?
Let me tell you. I can pull up there.
Now I'm getting it mixed up in my brain.
So Steelers top 30 visits. You're asking for what name?
It was either Bo Stevens or Billy Scarew, which is probably not how that's pronounced. Scrouth, maybe. Just look for the guards we brought in.
I'm looking. No. Oh, Bo Stevens from Iowa. Correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. I saw Billy's name though, and it started like twitching in my brain.
Could they take Parker as a guard if Dunker goes, or is that not an interchangeable position? I think Parker.
Who's Parker?
Going up here, seeing these names.
OT?
It's not exactly I mean, it happens, but it's not a normal thing to see happen between. You don't see. Maybe I don't know.
Is Parker a center? Who's Parker?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Parker who?
Oh, Brian Parker the
Brian.
second. Yeah.
6'5", 309.
I mean, that's guard length on the arms.
Yeah, big hands. There's a chance. Centers are typically centers though. Like centers, I don't remember seeing centers bounce around. At least not ones that are drafted for starting positions. Sometimes depth pieces they bounce around. Spencer Anderson's bounced around, obviously. Mason McCormick bounced around. He was a 4th or 5th round pick. Raiders draft somebody. I don't know who yet. Still waiting for it to load.
Not Dunker, thank God.
Trey Zune the third, Texas A&M.
So apparently their need was more at center than guard, which I will take.
Yep. Cowboys also need O-line. Rams need O-line. Dolphins need O-line. Patriots need O-line. That's crazy to me that there's that much need. I only said that because of the arm span. No, that's fair.
Yeah, according to my very quick Google search, it's very rare for a center to transition to guard. I think it's Graham Glasgow is one of the few players to have played both positions.
And he did that pretty well, but that doesn't mean that always happens.
Right. Well, like they said, it's typically uncommon. They highlight the need for centers to be able to identify the defense more than the guards, and the guards more often performing pulling blocks over what a center would do.
Interesting. All right, Cowboys are on the clock, or Cowboys pick is in. Excuse me. Rams are on the clock. Then we have the Dolphins, Patriots, Seahawks, Vikings, and then us with the first to last pick in this third round of the 2026 NFL Draft. James should be joining us in the next 5 to 15
Second
minutes.
to
I
last.
guess.
First to last would just be last.
Second to last. I apologize. You knew what I meant.
I did.
Second to last.
I just had to actually you for a minute.
That's fine. My brain's fried, dude. Driving home
I
from the
hear
draft
you.
this morning.
I don't blame you.
3-4 a.m.
I'm getting over something that was upsetting my stomach today. I'm feeling much better now, but
Yeah, fair, but again, and I'll use this a lot this year. I think it's just yins are enough. It may work. Oh my gosh. Is that a quote? Like, is that somewhere out there? It's just yins are enough. It might work. Because if not, we should coin it. That's the word.
linebacker taken, not one of the ones we were talking about.
Linebacker for the Cowboys.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
mean Cowgirls.
Yeah. Jay Sean Barham.
Yep.
James is in the process of messaging our group chat.
That looks like a 37-year-old man.
Yeah, it does. He didn't go to college just now. He's been there for a hot minute.
that's a GNT student.
All right. Rams pick is in. Dolphins on the clock.
Rams ran that in. The Rams select Cole Payton.
Imagine. Yeah, right. They already got. Didn't they bring in Ty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
McVay was not happy about it either.
Really? I didn't see that.
Did you see the call?
No.
Les Snead's like all excited to take him, and McVay's like, yeah. And Ty's like crying on the phone. And then he's like, let's go make history, coach. And McVay's the first words out of his mouth are no.
Yeah. James just messaged our group chat saying the corner is tough, fast, good length, good height, and 20 reps on the bench. He thinks he might be a slot corner option with future starter potential.
I
So,
love it.
so good slot corner abilities right now with the potential to grow into the ability to cover wider areas on the outside, which is
And that frees Ramsey up to play safety, which is what we want. So
correct. I don't want him playing that nickel spot anymore.
I agree.
He's not going to keep his speed. That's the first thing to go when you get older, and he's already well over 30. That speed's going to be quickly.
This is a
quickly
historic
fading.
slide for Jamon McCoy. They must really fear that knee injury.
Dude, that's crazy. Well, there's no way we draft him. We already got a corner, and I don't think they draft two corners before they get a guard and a safety and a linebacker. So
They
and
might.
D-tackle, honestly.
We didn't think they'd take Drew Aller with the first pick of the third either. So
I'm going to throw up about that. Oh, I
Keegan
hate
Trost,
that.
not a name I had even heard in this class.
Who?
Offensive tackle to the Rams. Dunker's still there.
Oh my gosh. There's no way he falls. First off, there's no way he
Cody,
falls. Second off, if he does fall, we're not drafting him.
Number one, I need you to stop that right now. Number two, I need you to pull up the Hawkeye meme. That's the "Don't Give Me Hope" from Avengers Endgame. Oh, I just sent balloons on the screen too with whatever I was doing with my hands.
Dun, dun, dun.
He looks like Isaac Sayamalu de-aged himself.
Really?
Yeah. It's like if Isaac Sayamalu was Benjamin Batten.
Oh, shoot. All right, let's see here. Cody. Oh. Cody can't let me be right again. It would kill him. It wouldn't kill me. It wouldn't kill me. Oh, it's not here. Why is that the case? That's
I really
can't
hope
get it.
all of my crash outs get proven wrong.
Hmm. Okay, let's see if that's saved. It did. Here you go, Nick.
Hey, who knows? Maybe Drew. Thank you. I appreciate it. Maybe Drew Aller potentially becomes the Tyler Shuck for the Steelers, the guy that people were saying they weren't as high on. He took a tank to his draft stock.
But
due to
Shuck
injury.
hasn't done anything yet.
Right, but he's still worked out to the point where the Saints are confident enough to not be viewing quarterback as a need for him.
Yeah, I don't want just confident enough to not be looking at it next year. I want someone who's gonna listen. If Aaron comes back, I want someone who's gonna push it to the point in practice where you don't know if you want Aaron to be playing. Okay.
Well, let me put it this way though. What did Sam Darnold do last year?
Won a Super Bowl.
But it wasn't Darnold that you like. If you look at that team, you're not putting that Super Bowl on Darnold. Darnold didn't lose games. You know, he was a guy who went in there and was serviceable enough.
Yeah,
like
we talked about that last year.
Yeah, that Super Bowl was on Kenneth Walker, on JSN, on the defense. Darnold didn't win them that Super Bowl. He didn't lose them that Super Bowl. He kept them in that Super Bowl.
So what lost us that playoff game, and what lost us enough to
a stifling defense by the Texans, and just no wide receivers. We had zero outside of DK. We had no one. Darnell got hurt, so we
got
had
two now. So realistically, with the addition of Michael Pittman Jr. and
Jeremy Bernard,
and I was getting there, and Jeremy Bernard, we should at least win 2 playoff games now.
I think so. I think we should
Okay.
because the defense. I think that the defense is getting better as well. I mean, we still have
in what aspect? The corners, obviously, we brought in some corners.
Jamel
We drafted
Dean.
a corner. Yep.
Jamel Dean and Dalen Everett hopefully playing the nickel. So I just feel if we have a serviceable quarterback, I don't think Drew Aller is Sam Darnold. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that you don't need a Patrick Mahomes or a Josh Allen to win a Super Bowl. You need an all-around team. Like Patrick Mahomes couldn't win the Super Bowl against the Eagles because the Eagles were the better team. Excuse me. Josh Allen, for all the praise he gets, has not gone to the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson, for all the praise he gets, has not gone to the Super Bowl. It's great to have an elite QB. It makes your team better overall. But if you don't have an overall good team, your quarterback can only elevate you so far. And I agree
Bell,
with
wide receiver to Louisville to the Dolphins.
That's a great pick for them. That's going to be huge for Malik Neighbors. He needed a receiver.
Steelers traded up.
Get in here, James.
Traded up in front of the Vikings.
Get in here, James.
Here we go. This is huge. So they are either going safety, D line, or O line because those are all needs for the Vikings.
They still list QB as a need for us on NFL.
Well, it's always going to say that no matter what.
But what I'm thinking is that the Vikings might not have as many needs as they're listing for them either.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what they've drafted so far.
Well, they drafted 2 D linemen and what else? Let me go to Minnesota here. And the linebacker. So
I want to know what we gave up.
So probably either O-line or safety, if I had to guess. Yeah, I would love to know what we gave up. Do you have Schefter's stuff pulled up? He usually breaks it pretty quickly.
Hang on. Let's do this.
You will pull it up way faster than my crappy computer will go. That's a great selection for Miami. They needed a wide receiver, and he fell really far.
All right, James is back. He's getting in here.
Get in here, James. All right, the Patriots made their selection. So we are on the clock.
I don't think we gave up a draft pick.
What did we give up?
Nothing's gone. We still have a 4th, a 5th, and unless we gave up a 6th.
I don't think we had a 6th. We had 4 7ths.
No, we had a 6.
So we must have given up.
We had
That's not what the.
We had a 6 and 3 7s because that's what all our mocks had.
We still have 3
That's
7s,
not what
a
the most
5th, and a
recent
4th.
sim said. Yeah, we don't have a 6th. It was 4 7ths.
We definitely had a sixth when I did
We
my
did.
mock
We
draft
did have
a
a
few
sixth.
weeks ago. So
When I was doing them today, or not today, the other day, it was 4 7s.
yeah, we definitely didn't make any trades between now and then. So I
Yeah,
would say
there goes
that-
Eli Raritan to the Patriots. All right, Pittsburgh's up.
Jennings
Vikings-
Dunker, come on!
Vikings are on the clock. Please, yeah, please. Let me spin this towel, and I will be so freaking excited.
Rumsey says Dunker too. I like it, Matt. Let's get Dunker in here.
Yep. Jennifer said, "Let's go."
What did we give Seattle? I want to know what we gave Seattle.
It had to have been the 6th. I can tell you here in a second. I look at Seahawks.
I like that we're going up and getting our guys, though.
I don't like giving up capital. Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I'm
but if
like
all we
giving up
gave up
capital.
was 6,
Oh, we gave them 9. Yeah, we gave 99 and 216. So the 3rd and the 6th.
I don't
Yeah.
like giving up capital for Drew Aller, but
Yeah.
same, whichever dog of James's that was.
That sounded like CC.
yeah, Cece is distraught over this.
Cam's back out. Cam's announcing the pick. All right, Cam, who do we get?
Raritan, oh, that was your. Didn't you just mock Raritan?
Yeah,
These tight ends are just flying at this point, man. There's a lot of them off the board.
yeah, Camersec went too.
Yeah.
She
Jill's
said,
asking
"Did
if we
trade up?"
traded up. Yes, we did.
Mm,
That was boy Cam.
Jennings Dunker, let's go! Yes!
Oh, yeah!
Let's go, baby!
Give me my redneck at guard. Dude is a
Let's
mauler.
go!
He eats more pancakes than everybody at IHOP combined.
Let's go, baby!
Steal of the draft.
This is awesome.
Let's
awesome,
go.
awesome. This has been one of my dudes from
go.
the beginning. I couldn't be happier about this, man. Cece, it's Jennings Dunker. I know you've been waiting
Matt
to
Rumsey
find
said
out.
yes.
Finally, a pick to be happy about today.
Yahoo!
That is
Let's
just
go.
That's a
huge.
mauler, man. If you want to win and be physical, you need guards that are willing to bury the opposition every time they go against them. Cam's going to hate going against this dude in practice. I'll tell you that right now.
They also just showed a clip of him blocking for Caleb Johnson a year or so ago. So I'm just saying, maybe Caleb Johnson has a resurgence.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Cody, I accept your apology again. Matt, you're about to get banned.
I finally got one, guys.
Six blown run blocks and 744 run blocking plays.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, this is a guy we talked about the whole time pretty much, and this is a guy that also looks good in black and gold already, so that's good to know.
Well, James, a point to you, I believe, and a mullet
Yep.
for the Steelers that we are all going to be very excited to see. We finally have the hair back in the building. Maybe we can get a Head and Shoulders commercial with Troy Polamalu or something.
And it's
We
tough
just
to
need him and
get.
Frazier.
It's tough to get a guard with good length too, because a lot of guards are guards because they don't have good length. This guy's over 33 inches on his arm length, which is awesome for a
Look at him
guard.
tossing hay.
Yeah, I was just about to say they're showing him competing in a hay tossing competition.
I love it.
He drinks
That is
5
huge.
cups of coffee a day, apparently, as well.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Well,
Look at him with his
fellas,
ones. That's against Zane Durant. Zane Durant's a tank.
there's no way we trade back into this round, right?
I mean,
You never know, I guess.
I know.
Not
I'm
impossible.
nervous about it.
it's not impossible.
There's 4 picks. Do we ride it out and just say screw it?
I'm down to chat a few more picks
Yeah.
out. It's only the Vikings apparently made their first selection. Now they're on their second one.
Yeah, this should be bang bang. I mean, they know who they're getting both picks.
So we got the most athletic offensive tackle in the entire draft, the guard with the best hair, who might be one of the most physical dudes in this entire class. Oh no, this is fantastic! You guys see the side by side with Rich Eisen?
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic right there. in this corner, man, I got to do a little homework on him. But if this corner can play slot, we might have drafted a starting nickel corner, a starting slot wide receiver, a starting tackle, and a starting guard, and then a guy to compete for starter at quarterback.
Yeah.
Whether anybody wants him to compete at it or not.
That sounds like the 2023 draft too, right? I mean, or was it 2024? Whichever one it
Starters
was.
across the board. Yeah, 23 when we got Zach Frazier, Mason McCormick, Troy Fautanu, and they were all starters right out of the gate.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we might have just landed 4 starters already in the first 2 days.
Finally, some excitement for the day 2.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
hey, it took a minute.
Well, and honestly, I think Everett's an exciting prospect. We just weren't as familiar with him. And with Pregnon and Dunker on the board there, you wanted one of those guys. But now we get Dunker several picks later, and I mean, obviously we had to trade up to get him, but I'm okay with giving up the 6th. Yeah, exciting, very exciting.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things happening, it looks like, in Pittsburgh, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so day 2's coming tomorrow, and we still got to address a couple positions, right? So let's talk it out while these last few things are going on. We're hoping for some more depth in the defensive tackle room. We're hoping for a young safety to compete in that safety room, maybe even compete for a future starting position. And there's a lot of great names left. But I think we only have one pick in the 4th round now, right, from trading up earlier.
At 121, one pick in the 4th. And then we're up again at 161 in the 5th before having 3 7th-rounders still.
Yeah.
Those 3 7ths could be huge.
Yeah. And you could use them as momentum or a bargaining chip in order to move up as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the board here. I think D tackle is thinner. So if you want to get a guy, you might want to go grab one there. And
what's the talent level of who's left versus the talent level at other positions? I feel like there's some really good safeties left.
Yep, I agree.
There's still good tight ends too.
Kilgore's still there, Payne's still there, Wheatley's still there, Ramsey, Thomas.
Yeah.
Genesis Smith.
Yeah, if you can land one of these guys in the 4th and then come back in the 5th and address something else. I'm definitely pulling for safety on in that 4th round there.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
D tackle room, you still have Xavier Harris, Daryl Jackson Jr., and there's also Dante Corleone still available. All guys that we mocked. And Landon Robinson from Navy.
And Corleone
we've also got
a picture perfect nose tackle.
Yeah.
We've also got a couple of guys of names that are both familiar, and then a couple that I think are slightly underrated by some of the powers that be in the drafting world. But in terms of the linebacker room, Kyle Lewis was a pre-draft visit. Harold Perkins was a pre-draft visit. Cody Torian York is still available.
Yeah.
Caleb Elarms Orr, who's a name I always mispronounce, I think is a little bit underrated. Deontay Lawson, I believe I grabbed with a late round pick at one point in time.
Vikings brought in a tackle, by the way. Caleb Tiernan.
There goes Jacoby Thomas, who we were just talking about, safety from Miami, the Vikings as well.
Okay.
He was a pre-draft visit.
Was he? We drafted him in our final mock, correct?
Yeah, I think that live one we did.
Yep. So 2 more picks. Seahawks are on the clock. Actually, excuse me, Seahawks, the pick is in. Jags on the clock.
Who's left at tight end, Cody? You said there were a couple guys you were.
A couple guys that we've been looking at. Yeah, there's. That name or that room is actually filled with guys that we've looked at.
Khalil Dinkins is definitely
Dinkins is available. Nikowski's available.
Riley Nikowski, yeah.
Valari, even though we've talked about how he doesn't exactly fit the need right now. Dallin Bentley from Utah, the guy that I mocked in my first mock, is still available. So that's 4 guys in the tight end room specifically that are still available that we have mocked. Does McCoy fall to day 3? I mean, at this point, it's looking like it, right?
Looking like most likely, unless the Seahawks or the Jags take him.
Julian Neal, cornerback from Arkansas, to the Seahawks.
That's one of the guys I drafted early on.
Yep.
So yeah, another corner before McCoy.
Yeah, that must be a real bad look on that knee. You have to wonder if he's got a degenerative issue going on there. Because that's something you don't mess around with high. You take a shot at a guy like that late, like 6th round or something. But if he's got a knee that's bad enough that a doctor's telling you don't take him, you don't touch that in the first 2 days.
I'm really liking how the wide receivers are looking left too. If we decide to take a double dip, I mean, Skylar Bell is still here. Elijah Surratt is still there. Dion Burks, Bryce Lance. Jeff Caldwell
is my guy, but I don't think we're getting him just because of the need.
Kendrick Law is still there. Wetjen's still there. Obviously, that would be a later round guy. Brennan Thompson is still here. He was one of the fastest guys at the combine.
There's a lot of players going early, leaving tight ends and safeties up there. Yep.
One of my guys, Tyron Montgomery, is still there. So, yeah, I'm liking a second dip at receiver on day 3 for us, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's not much of a chance they don't take another wide receiver. You got plenty of room on the roster for it.
Bud Clark, safety.
Jalen Husky.
Nope. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, I was going to say Clark went a while ago.
Yeah, Jalen Husky, safety, Maryland.
They have him listed as a corner as well, so I guess he has some versatility. But, yeah, wild to see how far McCoy has fallen.
Yeah. Exciting day 2, guys, for sure.
Yeah.
Very exciting day 2.
Absolutely. A lot to still address, and we'll be here to fill you in on all of it.
Yeah. Nick, you want to send us home?
We can't thank you enough for joining us for this live show. Please find us again tomorrow. We will be here going live for other picks. You might see me and James in the same room for some of them, hoping to get a little bit of hangout time for this day 3 of the draft here. I think he's making some meatballs. So, we're going to be having a good old time. And yeah, please join us. We'll be giving you our thoughts on day 3, and it'll be a similar hangout like this, just casually talking football, and we'll see you there.
Peace.